Would you rather be someone who is fat and obese and immobile and will die out of a heart disease in his 30s? Or would you be a skinny guy whose only problem in life is that people call him skinny? Now, in a realistic world, you would want to be somewhere in the middle with a healthy amount of body weight and proper muscular physique that you want. But if you are forced to the extreme to make a particular choice in either the skinny side or the fat side, you would definitely, if you have even one brain cell remaining, you would pick the skinny side because that is more beneficial. And today, I will tie this analogy of this workout and this gym to focus itself and how you can leverage this analogy and use it to get more results in the areas that you never expected that a random guy on YouTube would be saying you would get results about learning from the gym. And ultimately, this mindset that I'm going to give you is going to be the starting point of actual progress that you see in your life. So get ready. And also get a notebook out because you will want to write it down. Now, before that, I would like to quickly plug my focus course, which helps you to deal with your distractions of the modern day and enhance your focus at the same time. So you can go and check out the link in the description. Now, with that, let's begin. So, remember the question: skinny, fat. What do you want? Skinny. Alright, now let's tie it to focus. Now, what do you think about when you want to focus? You think about long hours, like 3 4 hour marathon run when you are super focused, super zoned in, super flow state, and you are getting something done. But that is the wrong mindset. See, the fat guy thinks he will go in the gym one day and he will do all the exercises and he will completely change himself within a very short amount of time. Plus, that is his mindset. And second thing is his physique, which is already immobile, which is already incapable of working hard. I'm sorry about the change of lights. The electricity is definitely not behaving properly, but I gotta get this video out because you need it. Now, as I was saying, there are two things that the fat guy is doing which is holding him back. Number one is his mental mindset that he thinks he needs to get the work done in one day. And number two, his actual physique, which is limiting him from working hard at all. So, what does the skinny guy do instead? The skinny guy, his mindset is all right, I will just go to the gym, I'll experiment, I'll see what can I do, how much can I lift, what exercises actually make me feel good, what weight can I actually lift on the bar. These are the things he's thinking mentally. And since he is skinny, his physique enables him to be mobile instead of being stuck in one place like that fat guy. Now, what that does is it makes him actually take action, even though it is infinitesimally small in accordance to the actions that he needs to take in order to get the physique he wants. It is nonetheless true that he will make some amount of progress if he actually does some work. And that is the phrase that I want you to keep in your mind for the rest of the time that you spend on this damn earth. If you make a tiny amount of progress in something, that something is actually done instead of it being wasted. Now, I will give you a very specific example, and it was about a week ago. It was during the time of 4 to 6 p.m. So, what happened was, I just finished my lunch and all, and I was very, very mentally drained because the entire day I spent on school. Then I had this carb heavy meal, and it was all brain fog after that 4 p.m. window. And I thought, might as well let's clear the brain fog by watching some YouTube. And that, I kid you not, was the worst decision I made that day because it ruined the rest of the day for me because I took no action. I could have seen some lectures of studying. I could have solved one or two questions. I know generally I solve 10 to 20 questions in a session, but if I lowered my ego and just solved one or two, I would have still gotten done one or two questions. But I chose to watch YouTube instead, which actually drained the entire progress to the trash can because even though I could have done one or two, now I just did nothing. And similarly, the moment you feel like you might as well engage in the distractions is the moment you have to think to yourself, if I do not engage in this distraction for 5 minutes, then there are two benefits. Number one, me actually physically not engaging, so my time is being saved. That is the first benefit. And the second benefit is you actually doing something productive, even though it may be infinitesimally small, with that small amount of time saved. So there are two benefits, and you are getting twice the output in that single period of time. Looks like the electricity is back, and I'll fix the lighting right now. Alright, this is much better. Now, as I was saying, even if you make small progress, it does not matter. Even if you focus for 1 minute, it does not matter because you focused for 1 minute instead of being engaged in distraction for several hours that you do normally. And this is not just something unique to studying or to gym or to focus itself, because it is the skill you need everywhere in life. Because the moment you stop doing something negative, two things happen. Number one, it stops being negative, so it comes back to neutral, which is zero. And then you do something positive with that time, so it comes back to positive. So you just went from being negative to zero to being positive, which is literally a double, like 200% more benefit if you think about it logically, because you went from -1 to 0 to +1. So that is two steps from -1 to 0, and then from 0 to 1, if it mathematically makes sense for you. Picture a number line and it will be easy, I swear. Maths is not hard. People just make it seem hard. Side note, today was my maths exam and it went very nice. And integrations weren't even tough. The tough thing was differentiability because I did not know which function is continuous. My goodness, that was a headache. But now let's get back to the point. And as I was saying, now you are equipped with the knowledge of actually knowing what to do when you feel like you're getting distracted, or what to do when you think you're doing something negative, which is do something positive instead. I know it sounds printed, but it actually works. So, how can you apply it to real life, like day to day usage? What you can do is, and you can spot it very quickly, that is, your brain will try to justify whenever it is trying to do something bad. It will try to justify it in saying, for example, you watch a random creator continuously. You will say to yourself, alright, I will watch this video because X, because Y, because I am feeling bored, because I am wanting to know what he posted, or whatever that nonsense is that your brain is coming up. What you have to do is you've just got to stop that. And I know it comes with practice, because in one day you will get about at least 100 to 500 urges of watching something. In the first day, as I said with the fat guy, you will not be able to achieve full progress in just one go, because it takes every time that you repel or that you don't engage in these kinds of distractions, it is like a bicep curl for your brain, and it gets stronger. On the first day, out of the, let's say, 500 temptations, you can only get rid of 20 temptations, and 480 times you just fall prey to it. Next day it will be 30, then 40, then maybe 100, then maybe 150. Like this, it will increase each and every day, because it is a muscle for your brain. The more times that you say to yourself, all right, I am a person who does not engage in distractions, you are going to be so far ahead out of your peers, because they, number one, are ruining themselves, whereas you are literally improving yourself. So it's like night and day difference, because on the one hand they are going like this, so on a downward slope, whereas you are going in a upward slope. So again, it's a two times difference. And that is another thing that I want you to write down in that notebook. And I believe you have opened the notebook, right? Because it's for your benefit, because you are getting the knowledge that, because you are getting these kinds of knowledge to get ahead of everybody, and you are just not writing it because you think it is infotainment. It is not. Get the fuck out if you think it is just entertainment. It is actual knowledge that you can use to get ahead of people. Write down this simple line: every negative thing that I stop and positive thing that I start, it is a double return. And write it down, and it will make so much more sense once you start applying it in your day-to-day lives, because it genuinely is the game changer. And you can comment down below whether you want me to make longer videos detailing these topics with various day-to-day examples and instances, where you can truly understand how these simple concepts can take your existence from one plane to a whole different plane, because they are just so basic, so simple, but nobody's actually talking about them, because most people are focused on Notion, habit tracker, databases, which ultimately don't provide any results. This, what I am telling you, actually provides results. Because now, if you are really truly serious, then you can check out my focus course below. The link is in the description, and it helps you with the distractions of the modern day, as well as, listen to this, the double step philosophy. I not only teach you how to not get distracted, but I also teach you how to focus. So, two things simultaneously: the double philosophy. You can go and check it out. It is currently on a pre sale. and that is why the price is only half. It is just $25. The launch price is going to be $50. So with that, as always, start if you haven't already.